question number 1. How to be productive? Great question. A friend of mine asked me, how can I be productive? Right? It's good to ask. And I wanted to answer that question. Things that I do to be productive. Number 1, I make sure that I write down the day before the task that I have to get done the next day. Okay? So very important to write it down. Very important that you write things down. Very important that you manage your day. Don't let the day manage you. Okay? So what is it that I do? I write what I have to get done the next day. Okay? Second thing that I do, super important, you need to time yourself. We do have 24 hours a day, so make sure that we are planning our time. Why? Because if not, your day will go just like that, right? So very important, time yourself. Use your phone. I want you to use your phone. Use your alarm. That's what I do. My alarms look like this. Every hour has a name, right? Be very specific, okay? If you have to eat at 8 a.m., you have to put the alarm at 8 a.m. Snack, lunch, dinner, okay? Very important. Put a timing on your day. Another thing that I do, something comes up, because guys, let's be honest, sometimes things come up. If something comes up in that same day and I wrote down, I have to take Marley at 6 p.m. to the doctor, but something comes up and it's 6 already, okay? What I do is either I push it to 7 or I add it to my next day. But what you don't want is to accumulate all the tasks that you put that had to get done today for tomorrow. So you want to make sure you finish those. Okay? Another thing that I do to stay productive, I equip my mind. Okay? And I tell my mind, I control my mind. I tell my mind, okay, things gotta get done. Meaning, switch the switch. Meaning, switch it up. Okay? From off to off, switch it up very quick. My brain has an on and off button. Okay? And most of the times it's on because I don't let it turn off. Right? So what I mean by that, train your mind that things have to get done. That way you make a habit. That way it's constant. Okay? It's not just one day and then after the next day, guess what? You're not doing nothing. So train your mind is very important. You have to control your mind. Okay? You have to control your mind, your body. If you feel lazy, you better tell your mind, let's get up. And I'm telling you, if your body will follow what your mind is saying to the body. Okay? So that's another thing that I do. I make sure I control my mind. I talk to my mind. I prepare my mind. And I break down what needs to get done. Okay? Very important. So number 1, write it down. Number 2, break it down. And next thing that I do, I execute. You know, the best feeling, I'm telling you, the best feeling you could do is ding, ding, ding. Check mark all your tasks. It's such a great feeling to feel that you accomplished your day, that you took ownership of your day. Is super important, guys. Please. So the last thing is you execute. Execute meaning you need to get it done, okay? So by the end of the day, you reward yourself for finishing everything you had to do, okay? I mean by reward yourself, now you don't go over there and eat your pint of ice cream. I'm talking to myself. But reward yourself mean, okay, great, you know, round of applause, great job. Tell yourself great job. Why? Because, you know, it's an excitement that you're creating. Yes, I got it done. Okay, super important. So as easy as it sounds, sometimes it's gonna get as hard. Sometimes it's gonna get hard. Why? Because life happens, understand? Life happens, but what I need you to do is to understand that there's no excuse. Things have to get done, okay? So write it down, break it down, execute, write things down. You know, there's power in writing things down, guys. There's power in writing it down. There's power of breaking it down, and there's power of executing, because once you write it down, your mind is gonna tell you, I have to get things done. Okay, please own your time. Please own your life. It has worked for me. Before, I didn't write nothing down. I just went with it. But guess what? You know, I needed that extra help of writing it down. Why? Because I got more things done by me writing it down than not writing it down, right? It's like if you have an idea and you're like, oh my God, yes, that's great. But after that 1 minute, you think about something else. Sometimes we forget. Has that happened to you? Because it has happened to me. So write down ideas. Write down anything that you have to write down for your life. Write it down. It's very important. Write it down. I normally have a book that I have for God Dios for ideas. I normally have a book that I have for my work. Okay. I normally have a book that I have for my exercises goals, and I normally have a book to do today, meaning things to do today. It's so important. Why? Because sometimes you could work on other ideas later on. They might not happen right now. Okay, if you guys have another way of being productive, share it, right? And let's be productive, guys. Don't let this quarantine stop your dreams. Don't let this quarantine discourage you. Let this quarantine, excuse my English, but let this quarantine help you to grow. Super important. I need you to grow. Okay, I need you to do anything that's in your hands for you to grow your mind, grow your knowledge, grow your vocabulary, grow your business, just grow. Okay, I need you to grow. I need you to step it up, and I need you to grow. I need you to be productive. Okay, be productive. Because the only thing that you're gonna be missing is the only thing you're wasting if you're not being productive is time, and time you cannot get it back. Okay, let me share a quick story with you. 2018, I got into a big accident. I almost died, and let me tell you the lesson I learned from it. Thank God that I'm still here, but I could have been gone. But let me tell you the biggest lesson I learned from that accident. Tomorrow is not promised. And I need you to put that in your mind. Tomorrow is not promised. Your job is not promised. Your relationship is not promised. Nothing is promised. What's promised? Nothing is promised, okay? So get it together, keep it simple, and be productive. Till next time.